Alright, hey, yeah, I'm back. I was going to make a video today or yesterday. I don't know when, but I was going to make a video about like all the Honkai, all the mehoyoverse games, and basically it summers down to, oh my goodness, yeah, I've been playing all of them on Twitch. So not all of them on Twitch. I played some of them on Twitch, but I've been playing some of them off screen as well. And I have to say, god damn, there's a lot of grinding. I'm telling you, man, if you're gonna jump into any Hoyoverse game, make sure you have an afternoon or a day free because god damn, it's like you have to have an hour. And even that's not a lot of time. Like you have to have days on end of grinding just to finish one guy. And the guy has like three separate different archetypes. And I'm looking at him like, bro, why you got all these archetypes? And you got to go read back and there's substats and other substats. And I haven't even gotten to the skills yet or the leveling system. Listen, the leveling system does not do anything. Neither does the skill system. The only thing you need to worry about is your what is it called? Sub weapon stats. And if you don't know what those are basically the archetypes that are basically the items that you collect, like clothing or special items, like whatever Genshin Impact has. I want to say artifacts. Yeah, Genshin Impact has artifacts. Honkai Star Rails has clothes, and Zenless Zone Zero has disc. And these archetypes are very weird and strange, but they are each unique in their own game. However, the uniqueness doesn't. Oh my god, what the fuck is that? Never mind. Anyways, I was looking at something on my poster. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I gotta fix my poster sometime too. It needs tape. I gotta throw it away. I don't want to throw it away. I figured it out. But anyways, the different archetype stats are insanity. And that's not even getting to the part about the grinding system. You know EVs in Pokemon, and you know how to grind EVs in Pokemon? Alright, great. You're gonna do great in this game. This game is for you. Congratulations. In case you don't know how to do EVs or IVs, well, let me tell you something. You're off to a bad start already. And you're probably going to be screwed as soon as you start this game or journey. Because, like I did, I made mistakes. And those mistakes can't be deleted. Or I can't reset the account, and you can't delete the account either. This is because people spend actual money and blah blah blah, legal reasons and other stuff. I'm not going to get into here, but you understand the gist of it. So when you make a mistake and a permanent mistake, you were screwed. So Genshin Impact, you're supposed to explore and find items. That's not possible. I'm telling you right now, don't play Genshin Impact ever. It's a waste of time and a waste of money. It's god horrible how the system works, and they haven't fixed it in years. The artifact system is worse because it works on a real life system, which is basically you gotta find this thing on a Tuesday or a Wednesday or a Thursday. See what I'm getting at? That's terrible, and they haven't fixed it in years. The game has been out for years, and they don't plan on fixing it because they think that mechanics you need are cute. I find it disgusting, and I hope they get rid of that archetype pretty soon or burn it down to the fucking ground. Anyways, there's that where you're supposed to explore, and it's hard to explore when everything is trying to freaking kill you and every substat is trying to murder you. So your best hope is to find chests, kill enemies, and map out your placement in the world. All I gotta say is don't use your weapons or your levels or even your skills. Get those substats first. Because as soon as you get those substats, you're going to be okay. Unless, Genshin Impact is a money spin game. Yeah. If you don't have money, you're screwed. So, good luck finding those items, though. Like I said, it works under a day-to-day system, so you're kind of screwed in Genshin Impact. And like I said, this is not a literal joke. It's not a, it's not a meme. Everything in Genshin Impact will try or kill you. You could be minding your own business, something comes out of the ground. That's serious. That's actually a real thing. Hold on, my phone's about to die. Let me get the charger and actually stand up for a minute. So why I haven't been making a lot of videos and my back's been hurting. The last couple of days. Hopefully I can fix that or rectify that soon. Mother or doctor. Anyways, it's horrifying and it's scary to the regular average gamer that doesn't have time all day to play video games. Like me. Pretty soon. Anyways, that's not the point. And that's the point of Genshin Impact. You will constantly die looking for substats or anything to give you an advantage or an edge, but it will not help. Genshin Impact is the Dark Souls of the Hoyoverse universe. It seriously is. You have to make sure to dodge in all these enemies, and it does not matter how good or great your skills are. If you think you are overpowered enough, haha, you're wrong. Because, like I said before, those enemies can still murder you, like giant flowers that are made out of ice somehow, and I don't understand, or a water DDD, or a turtle that somehow breathes flames everywhere. I don't know. Okay, and you got these ancient robots running around. They can summon missiles, which should be illegal and not even allowed in the game. That's not even an element. That's not even. That doesn't even count as an element. And you got also another robots that can swing swords and guns and other weapons, and that's not fair either. That shouldn't be in the game. And then you got dog robots that can, that are dog robots, and they gang up on you pretty quickly. I don't know why there's lots of robots in this game. It's like the steampunk era, but lots of the land is not steampunk though. Like I don't understand what you mean. And then somehow one of the archetypes, who's the god of fire, has a bike motorcycle. I'm not even going to get into that because that makes no sense whatsoever and does not explain anything at all. It explains a few things, but dear God, those two theories are terrifying. So either one, when the gods fell down to the earth, they created an apocalypse that humans fought over the power of each archetype, which is an element. So that was terrifying. And after that war, peace came. But the humans beforehand, there was a great city that the humans beforehand had. And the gods destroyed it, and when they landed and all that other stuff, all the elements kind of killed that land and turned the people into monsters, blah, blah, blah. Some are cursed and other stuff. You were sent by this ancient king that is part of the god clan. That is like the queen went to go stop the ancient gods or the darkness from consuming the land. But now it's up to you, whoever you choose as the player, to stop them. That's basically all I know. I don't know even if that's canon. That's just my head canon. But moving on to the other archetypes in Honkai Star Rails. Dear goodness, Honkai Star Rails is easier, but dear God, is the grind real? At least like Genshin Impact, and its stuff is just the same. Like enemies won't kill you as easily, so you're good to grind all day long. But the problem is the drop rates. You see, Honkai Star Rails is an RPG that has stats and percentages. And you know what that means? Your RNG luck better be good or you're screwed. What does that mean? You better have good luck or you're screwed. That's all it means. No, I'm serious. That 50-50 chance isn't going to help you. It might even make your chances worse than the others. I'm telling you now, that 50-50 doesn't make 100. It only makes a 50-50% chance that it's 100, but not 100 in total. You only have 50% chance of getting that character or the other. That's it. And that 75 is a lie. Don't trust that 75. Don't trust any high numbers because that's only a percent. If it's 100% guaranteed. If it's not, oh well. You better have good luck, and by good luck I mean you better have the right substats and all the other stuff. And in this game, it's much harder because the substats can reject each other instead of unify each other no matter what the substats are, which is horrifying. I don't know how substats are supposed to reject each other, but hey, whatever. It's a thing apparently. And if you don't have the right substats, you gotta find a reload that, and all this other stuff. It's crazy. I haven't even gotten to the leveling system, which is terrifying. Oh yeah, did I mention that? The leveling system doesn't work. Neither does the skill system. But they don't work, okay? The weapon system is the only thing you can count on. That's it. If you want extra health, get levels. If you want extra skill to get up your percentages, get skill. That basically means if you want to hit harder and be the best that you can be, get your skills and levels up. And after that, get all your substats, which are practically pretty easy. But like I said before, like I said before, it's it depends on how that ends up in your pocket. So it's a screw you situation actually. Last but not least, I'm not mentioning Honkai the Third because that game's super easy, and so is the dating game. It's literally a dating game. If you lose at a dating game, I'm not hanging out with you. I'm kidding, but I'm gonna laugh at you for sure because you lost at a dating game. I don't even know how that's possible. Don't answer that. But anyways, the last one is Zenless Zone Zero, which is horrifyingly terrible. And by horrifyingly terrible, I mean god awful. The grind. So imagine this: you got the basic system from Honkai Star Rails, then you got the other system from Genshin Impact. And Honkai Star Rails and Genshin Impact had a baby and made Zenless Zone Zero. Oh my god, it's worse than both of those games combined when it comes to when it comes to when it comes to the grinding system. You have to grind so perfectly for hours on end just to get the correct thing and then grind again for that other correct thing. Yeah, that sounds terrifying. But they made it easier. The substats are easier to get. However, you don't know what subsets you get and they're randomized. So instead of actually getting a percentage value of seeing what substats you're guaranteed to get, they're randomized instead. So you have no idea what you're getting. And if it's not the set you want, well, you're screwed. I don't know what to tell you. And you can't buy substats, so you're dead. Get out of here. You're garbage. And like I said before, you only like this one does better with its leveling and skill attributes. But once again, if you don't have those substats, you're basically nothing. And I'm being absolutely serious. Those substats, just get substats in this game. Just get substats. That's all you need. Because the skill and leveling don't even matter in this game. Like it's like going up to a Dark Souls boss fully prepared and he hits you down in one shot. That's literally all it is for the skills and the level up system. I don't even worry about that. The terrifying thing is the substats, so you got to get those substats up first. Oh yeah, and they get the substats to make it even worse. Remember, this is a gotcha game, a live service game, so you kind of have to spend free things or spend money on things to just get the right thing. Because, and then again, you might not even get that thing, even if you spend money or get it for free. Because once again, I tell you again, percentages. which basically means you have a chance of getting it. And if it don't work out, you don't get it. And then you're screwed. You better figure out something else. But yeah, anyways, those are the two. I don't know why Hoyoverse made it harder than their two previous games, which is like level up, do this, and boom, you're done. Now you can go out there and beat up people. But they updated those games and they updated these games, and now they're all this god awful grinding for days on end. And then you gotta download the Hoyoverse app to just get extra stuff. I'm like, bloody hell, man. I like grinding, but there is a point where it just becomes a slog. Anyways, yeah. These games are they're good. They're definitely good. I recommend playing them on Cloud Moon or on the Google Play Store if you want the best for my opinion. But yeah, I got no complaints other than those. But dear God, those substats.